just listing what I can. I've got my journal, my book, and my pen. Are you listing what you can? Because that's today's theme. That's this week's theme. Let me just show you what it is. List why you can do it. We're so open in this third dimension of why I can't. We give reasons and excuses and justifications and explanations. We think it's to others, but it's actually to ourselves. And people call that sabotage. I don't actually believe in sabotage. We can't do something. I can't. I can't. Like it just even sounds, especially with the Australian accent, just sounds so whingy. I can't. But this journey, and especially with the mystery schools, was all about why you can. Can you do? And really, you can do anything. Anything is possible. You can do anything. Uh, it's probably you don't want to. And you might have heard children say it, whether you've got children or not. It's can't do that. I can't do that. But really, they can unstack the dishwasher. They can do their homework. They can read the book. They can, they can read all the messages on social media. And so they can. But are they just mimicking what we're doing as adults? Now, whether you've got kids or not, children mimic us. Whether we're in the supermarket or at the shops or at the park or whatever. And that can aspect is called potentiality possibilities, brilliance. They're actually all the same meaning. And that we can do anything if we want to. And I'm only using kids as an example because I hear adults sometimes like, oh, they can do it, they just don't want to. Hello? What about the adults? Like, what are we doing? So this is a bit of a fun one. Now, please remember, this is the last masterclass until the 14th because I've got to have some time. I'm a fat caterpillar going into the chrysalis and I've got to transform into that butterfly. So this is the last one to the 14th of July and then I'll be back. So a bit of a fun one because you guys somewhere energetically will go into the chrysalis as well. So in that can, you might have heard it from a coach or a mentor or a video or Reddit or any of those sort of things. Just at the moment, we seem to have a bit of a flavor in books and podcasts and etc. And even on social media, where people are expressing and writing and connecting and communicating what's not possible and how things went wrong. But Mystery School was all about the mystery, the magic, that fairy pixie mermaid high priestess goddess energy, which was uplifting and loving. And because of that, it was like the can, and why? Why can you? Can you? And focusing on that. Now, I've talked about the reticular activating system right here in the brainstem, that sieve, that filter that lets in stuff to you, what you let in. And if we list why you can do it, it changes the whole dynamic. So let's just clarify something. Number one, universal law or universe's law is we all can, whatever it is. And I have had events where people have said, do you know, I can't go on that hot air balloon and eat it. Oh, I can't go down that tunnel. I can't do this. I can't camp. I can't have whatever. I can't. Why don't you just try? What if you can? What if? I can't go on the snow tank. I can't pet that dog. When Zach was alive, and I would have people here in my home-based office, and people say, I've got the biggest fear of dogs. I just went, would you be willing, because it is a willingness, would you be willing to see if you can connect to the dog? And as soon as they said, I'll give it a try, I thought, oh, I'm in, because I know they can. And I'd open the door, Zach would come, and he'd be on the ground just here, just drop, knowing that that person is in their limitation. And I'm bringing up Zach because I just taught animal medical intuition over the weekend. So, and animals are so important to me. And then when I gave the command of slow, quiet, gently, gently came, his eyes were like excited. His tail's going. He just wanted to kiss them because he knew they can. They've done it. He's in the room. and every single person tapped into they can, but it's also knowing the why. The left brain of ours has to know the systems, tick it off. It's almost like our school teacher that goes, well, tick, 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 tick. The right brain's going, yes, no. That's the imagination side. And so as the lady realized, oh my gosh, dogs sound scary. And Zach was a big black dog. Looks scary, but oh my God, such a Suki Lala. So beautiful. It was, ah. And I said, why can you connect with dogs now? If they're loving like this, and she'd never been bitten by a dog, she'd never had a pet, she just had a thing about dogs. So if the universal law is we can, that anything's possible, we're pure potentiality, brilliance, that's the law, it's within our genetic makeup. That's a big tick. The left brain goes, oh, right, tick, okay. It comes back to the reasons, excuses, explanations, justifications that we make for ourselves. The why. Why? And you might have heard kids say, why do I have to do that? Why do I have to stack that dishwasher? Why? It's not just kids. I've heard adults do it too. When I was nursing, pathology, not so much autopsies, it was just me and the scientist. And the scientist didn't talk at all, and the patient didn't talk. Patients, sometimes they would do it too. Why do I have to wear that gown? Why is the doctor making me have that yellow tablet? Why? But they were doing it as an empowering thing. That empowering thing is, yeah, why? Why do they have to wear a gown when they go to theatre? So I would enlighten, educate, same word, and say, well, actually, what happens is when you wear a gown and it's open at the back, we are able to access your chest if we need to put ECG leads on, or when we're doing cutting open for your laparotomy or whatever the thing is, we can actually take it off easily. When you come back post-op and you might be here in the ward, or if you go to intensive care or wherever you're going, it's very easy to dress you. Put it on to dress you because you might need a sponge bath in bed. And when I explained, it was like, oh, that's why. Yeah, I can do that. What's that yellow tablet? Well, that yellow tablet actually helps your blood pressure with your diabetes or blah, blah, blah. Ah, okay. They put themselves in a vulnerable spot. That vulnerable spot was, well, no, I can. I just need to know the why. And so when we put ourselves in that vulnerable spot, it's like, hang on, why can I? Why would I like do that? So why? And I'm just going to use Egypt going in a hot air balloon or anywhere. I'll go in a hot air balloon with you anywhere in the world. I can't remember how many times I've done hot air ballooning and with people that have got fears of it. And I'll go, so why do you want to go in the hot air balloon? It just looks so beautiful, but I've got a front or a fear of heights. Okay, so why would you want to achieve that? What would it give you? Oh, I don't know. Let me go to why, which is really important at this time of the year of July, Southern Hemisphere. We're going into retreat winter time. In Northern Hemisphere, where it's summer, the why is like, I'm going, like it's warm weather. Let's just go. They know their whys, and the same as when we're in summer, we know our whys. It ticks, left brain, tick, tick, tick. Mystery School understood that we're here as lessons. That's all we're having is cyclic lessons and growth and evolution and accessing that potential. Why wouldn't you do it? So we've cleared out the can, that you can do anything. And for those that want to hold on to the story of I can't, because that's okay too. But we can anything. We are pure potential possibilities. We've cleared up the why. The next part is list it. Why would you list it? Great question. I just do it in my head, Jean. Well, in our head, it wafts around. It's sort of like, oh, yeah, yeah. It's like writing goals. And some of you have done the Millennium Calendar with me. It's like, list it, write it down. And I really invite you this week to write it down. List why. You can do it. Whatever the thing is, put the dishes away, make the chocolate cake. Go easy, go simple, baby steps. Why can you make that chocolate cake? Well, because I'm really good at cooking. I've got a great oven. I know how to make it out of sweet potato. I don't have to use flour. And all of a sudden, all the reasons, excuses, justifications are away from not being able to, but there's a meaning. It's what meaning we put to anything, which is in my book, Secret Coast to Success. What meaning are you giving it? And when you list, you actually, like I just list it down now. Why can I do it? Well, I can do it because of this, with it. You're actually tapping into your brilliance, your talents, your gifts, the ability, possibilities, the ability. You're going, what? And then your brain, love it, goes, oh my gosh, why can I got hot air ballooning? It goes searching in the filing cabinet of the brain and says, well, yeah. And I remember when I rode my first bike, I thought I couldn't do it. I was 5 years old. And it goes, yeah, I was able to do it. And then it searches for all the things that you could do and the why. And it's connecting back all the neural pathways to go, see, told you so. See, told you so, told you so. And it snuffs out the ego that says, you can't do it. You can't do it. So our body's always talking and says, come on, you can do it. And that's why you can do it. I remember watching just ages ago, I don't know what the show was, and this was before social media and TikToks and YouTubes and everything. There was a gentleman, there was a bilateral amputee, meaning he had no legs below his hips, and he did the Kokoda Trail. So that's one of the things I'd like to do in this lifetime. And I watched him. It's a hard slog. The mindset, the steepness, the mozzies, the wet ground. And I went, look at him. But he listed why he can do it. He didn't see his limitation of no legs. So they say, you've got to walk. He was going on his stumps, and that's what they called stumps, and his hands, and he had special gloves. And he had a why. It was actually connecting back to one of his family members that was in that track in the war. He wanted to connect with that. It was an emotional why. And it was so, so strong for him to connect. And when he reached the end, where he overlooked, he just went, oh, now I can have compassion for what that family member went through. So if you list your why, you can do it. What you're connecting to is the emotional connection. And that's what we do. We're 3D beings, that emotional thing. That's why you can do the diet, or this is why you can go to the gym. This is why, if you have that strong meaning attachment to it, you will find every reason of why you can do it. And what that gives you is an assimilation in the small bowel, in the diaphragm. Your body absorbs all this and says, yeah. Diaphragm's about movement, small bowel is intellect, and it says, yeah, intellectually I can do it. Da-da. And then you start working out a system of how I can get there, have it, eat it, do it, make it, ever. But listing it, what happens if I list it? If I'm writing it down and I've got my pen and I'm writing it down, I am consciously bringing it out of of my brain. And I go, I can do it because I can do it because I can. When you do that, and it's a beautiful, beautiful tip to do with children, partners, yourself, friends, whoever, your groups, you consciously bring it out from the woo to there. I consciously see it as you write it. When you're writing, not text it, when you're writing, there's 10,000 movements from your hand all the way up into your brain, creates 10,000 brain synapses, which means new neural pathways. Whereas if you're just texting, whether you text like that or I text like that, that uses eight neural pathways. I want 10,000 new neural pathways to go, oh, yes, I can. That's why I love journaling. And so when you're listing it, oh, yeah, I can, because there's lots of excuses that are really popular, and you don't even have to shop for them. They're free. I can't do it because I can't afford it. I can't do it because my partner says. I can't do it because I don't have the time. I can't do it because I've got kids. I can't do it because it's dark in winter. I can't do it because it's cold. Can't do it because it's hot. How many of you have used those excuses, reasons, justifications, explanations? But if you list why you can do it, whatever it is, and it's the simple things. When I'm teaching goal setting, which I'm doing on the 1st to the 3rd of August, and I'll tell you about that soon, that we go up here, here's the big goal, and we go from here to here, and we chunk so high, and it's like, I can't do that. I can't get in a hot air balloon. I had to climb a big basket. I am frightened of heights. What if people touch me? What if we can't get down? What if the pilot's no good? What if what? Wait. Let's just start hot air balloon. Let's start with here. Do you want to come to Egypt? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll come to Egypt. That's easy. All right. Do you want to see the pyramid? Yeah, sure. Do you want to see the Sphinx? Yeah. What we're doing is we're chunking. Then we get to Luxor. And by this stage, you've forgotten. So everyone, tomorrow we're meeting at 2 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to catch a little boat over to the West Bank, and it will be really super cold, and you can't have anything on you, only your mobile phone. Make sure it's in your pocket, and definitely have a tissue, because when it's cold on the hot air balloon, you don't want to go type things. Have a tissue as well, and sunglasses. Well, stick them in your pocket, because you have to have hands free for everything, and it's a safety thing. And in come the stories. I can't do it, I can't do it. I say, yeah, sure. Okay, just come with it. Chunk it again. Just come with us on the little mini boat. They're going to offer you a cup of sugar with black tea. Oh, okay. Interesting. And they're going to offer you sweet biscuits because they love their sugar over there. Let's do that. The journey. And then come for the bus ride. Oh, okay. And then just come on the edge, watch them blow up the hot air balloons. There's about 50 logistic wise. It's amazing. What I'm doing is assisting the person to chunk tiny steps so they can work out, I can ride the boat. I can go on a bus. I can have a cup of sugar with black tea. I can have the sweet biscuits. I can. They're listing it for themselves. Do you want to come for a walk? And do you want to come for a walk just to the area where before we get into the basket? Yeah, I can do that. At no stage am I going, and then you can go back if you want to. They can, but I offer the cans of stepping forward. Because part of this journey is actually an evolutionary process of learning lessons of I can. And if you're not sure, what happened to the person? Every single person has gone into the hot air balloon and enjoyed it. Every single one. From I can't get over the basket, we've had 3 people to 2 people with fear of the heights. They did it. As they do it. And last year we had a really sick son. She was going through a big process with some lung stuff, it was pneumonia, but she could do it. And she was so excited. We had to almost like pick her up and carry her. And she did it. And she was just so elated. It's a lifelong memory for her because she can. And I was going to say, if you're not sure and you've never read it, or you want to watch on YouTube, read the book, Green Eggs and Ham. Can you eat green eggs and ham? He said no all the way through. And eventually he said, Sam, I can eat green eggs and ham. And he loved it. It's a good, fun book. It's the book I learned to read and speak English on. So, can list why you can do it. Because what that offers you is a conscious co-creation of anything is possible, tapping into the universal laws. You see, you can do it. Here it is, the chocolate cake, hot air balloon, do the washing, etc. Everything is so possible. Everything. So, as I said, this is a fun one because you go into the Christmas going, I think I can. So let's do some sharing. It's a golden heart time. And with the golden heart, it's like what dropped into your heart to go, I got it. I'm aware of. The heart is all about awareness, love of self, love of others. And in the sharing, when you share, we all get to learn. It's like, oh, yeah, Oh, yeah, I love it. And I love listening to you guys too. So I'll mention the names, and if you want to type it up, I mean, if you don't want to speak, just do a wave to me. Or if you don't unmute, I know it's like you don't want to share, which is all good too, no pressure. And we'll start with Maud, Lou, and then Karen.
Oh, yes, I can. I can start.
So beautiful.
And I can do a lot of things. Yeah. For example, today, I do some extra hour at my work. And one friend asked me, can you take a few people from me? You have so little, I have so much. Of course I can, I said. So I take them, and I'm happy, and she's happy, more happy, I think.
Beautiful. That was
Yeah.
really beautiful. And thank you to Maud. She's over in Sweden at the moment, but she brought up something beautiful because Maud said, I can. There was a ripple effect to someone else of she can, and it brought out a beautiful energy. That was awesome, Maud. Thank you, thank you. Let's go to Lou.
Sorry, Jean, the chat's disabled, so I can't type it in anyway.
Oh, I'll explain about the chat just to begin with, guys. Just so that you know, the chat's not actually disabled. What's happened is Zoom has created a different format in the chat. So you have to actually click. There are 3 dots on the right-hand side. This is stepping forward for all of you with me or anyone else. I'm sorry. 3 dots on the side. Click it, and then it will have the chat open. It's just a different layout of Zoom that looks like it's disabled, just so everyone knows for the future.
Okay, so now I can do that next time. I can.
See, there you go. It's got it.
My thing was that the referencing to like the Egypt, there was so many moments where I was in the mindset of, oh no, that's going to be too difficult. I'm not going to be able to manage that. I did the hot air balloon. I climbed into that basket with a bit of assistance. I slept in the desert. I've never camped for, gosh, 20 years. Everything and anything that I needed that was going to be slightly difficult was taken care of, so I was able to do it all. So yes, that's my I can.
I love it. And the best one is she can type in the chat next time as well. Lou, thank you, thank you. Let's go to Carolyn.
Good morning. I can dance. I grew up with a parent that told me I had no rhythm and I couldn't dance. So I've overcome that by realizing my body can move and I can surrender and I know how to dance. And so I purposely throw myself into the I can dance at times.
Beautiful. Love it. And then, Caroline, you have to join me for silent discos. Andrew and I walked around South Bank and Brisbane dancing, so definitely dance with us.
I will.
Thank you. Well, let's go to Donna, Leona, Andrew.
Hi, Jean. Hi, everybody. Great to be on. I'm part of that dance crew, by the way, and thanks for bringing that up, Carolyn. Instant happy for me. So the thing that really stood out for me, or my golden nugget this morning, was a reminder which is constantly happening at the moment in relation to starting my business, is that I can. All of the no's, all the ones you were bringing up before, Jean, time, money, don't know enough, blah, 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 all the blahs. Yeah, I can. I am. So thank you and have a great retreat time.
Thank you, darling. Thank you, thank you. I'm just going to go back to Caroline as well of the I can'ts, because we might have been told that from somebody else over here. I remember my year 11 teacher telling me that because of my dyslexia and English is my third language, that I can't write and will never be able to write a book. Well, I just wrote my 9th book. So that I can'ts, we can just put them to the side. I thank you so much, Maud. Put them to the side and go, it's always I can. So thank you, Carolyn. The same with Donna. I didn't bring up I can't because I'm not enough. got that one. That's a great excuse too. Thank you. Let's go to Leona.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I can get up early and get to one of these Zoom calls. And the why was now I've figured out how to use chat on Zoom. Thank you, Jane.
Excellent. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, my golden heart is to always remember the why, and that will fuel that I can do it when I know the why behind it.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I'm going to just add on to Andrew. So this is why I love all of you sharing, because it reminds me to say something else, that the I can, some of the I cans at this stage of beginning of winter, whether Southern Hemisphere us or Northern Hemisphere, sometimes the I can is sometimes we need to actually say goodbye to a person, to a situation, to a partner, to what it just doesn't align with us anymore. So it's like, I can let them go. I can. Or even right down to when we had to put Zach down last year, it was like, I can't do this, I can't do this, but I can. And the why was, it meant that he wasn't suffering anymore with his lymph cancer. And so sometimes that I can is the why, as Andrew said, the why, because I want to see Zach in suffering anymore. Or somewhere that job, you think, I can't do this because I haven't got the money. And you just go to yourself, oh, I can because I'm suffering in the job. So this is really pertinent for anything in your life. So thank you, Andrew. And we'll go Kim, Rochelle, Bonnie. Bonnie can't answer. Kim, Rochelle, to start with.
Morning, everyone. Mine is the simple steps. Go easy steps. Tiny chunks.
Yeah, because I can, my brain goes like this. But when we go, this one, like I explained about going to the hot air balloon, just the boat and a cup of sugar with black tea, like that's all you got to have, or you don't have it. And doing that is you've done it. And even chunking those down, I can walk, I can get to the bus, I can whatever. This overcomes the illusion, please know, say this respectfully, the illusion of anxiety, because anxiety has become a trendy word, and anxiety is held in the pancreas, and pancreas is about transformation and change, that we can take those steps. It'll be sweet when we take those steps. So thank you so much, Kim. Amazing. And thank you from New Zealand too. Let's go to Rochelle.
Good morning, everyone. I've realised, one step at a time, and I can do anything I set my mind to. I think the biggest thing this morning, the golden nugget's been, but like Andrew, I need to remember the why. I often forget the why.
Yeah.
So,
That why.
thank you.
Thank you, Rochelle. We're doing the whys naturally, but the whys are coming in as excuses, reasons, justifications, explanations. And now that you remember, because I never teach, I just remind people, remember, say, oh, look at the why. So absolutely beautiful. Let's go to Sandra and then Kelly. Bonnie's not able to chat. So Bonnie, thank you for listening in.
Morning, everyone. I've had a lot of challenges lately. So, I can create what my heart desires, and just even climbing Machu Picchu mountain when I've got issues with my pelvic and my legs at that time, and got to the top and was proud that I was able to get myself all around there and do it. So, thank you.
Thanks, Sandra. Thank you. So even that, Sandra mentioning, sometimes we've got wobblies. We can do it, just like that guy with the 2 bilateral amputee stumps. He was able to climb that, still holding my head. And I'm like, aren't I booking that Kokoda Trail? Because I can. All I've got to do is put it in my goal journal, which I'll do after this. Let's go to Kelly, if you can. Maybe Kelly, just while I wait for Kelly. I just want to also allow you to be aware of, in regards to the why, I will be holding the Millennium Calendar and the Millennium Grid course. I've decided to actually do it, which is Secret Codes to Manifesting, and the other one, which I can't reach, on the 1st to the 3rd of August in person at Noosa Sunshine Coast. I wasn't going to do it this year, but I've had lots of people ask. So if you've done it, there is a special repeat price. And if you haven't done it, it is 50% off. So normally it's $3,300. It is $1,500 for you if you want to do it. And bookings can be done through the website or just message me. If you're repeating, there is a special price, just message me. This is the whys and understanding all of the wisdom of the Mayans, of Egypt, of Atlantis, plus easy goal setting, manifesting, etc., all of those sort of things. Thank you, Kelly. She's listening. Thank you, my darling. So please message me, because I'd love you to join me. That's the first thing of August coming out of the retreat. I'd love you to be there. So let's go back to the why. Why? Well, you know why. Just list them and list why you can do it, not that I can't, because that 3D paradigm, we're working on 5th dimension, 13th dimension. Anything's possible. The golden age reality, gold, that magic color of alchemy. List why you can do it. And I want to say super thank you, everyone, as I run into retreat for some space and time just for me to reflect on my life. And then I will see you guys back on the 14th of July at 6 a.m. So thank you. Bye, everyone.